We have an update on a major WWE star suffering a health issue, plus the status of an absent AEW star has been revealed, and has a Jeff Hardy AEW comeback been confirmed? It's all in the wrestling news right now. Spoke on the news on Saturday about Drew McIntyre. Drew was conspicuous by his absence on Friday's SmackDown. Been a lot of conversations about his current status with the company. Turns out there is a health issue that they talked about on Friday, and we've got a bit more detail about it today, haven't we, Andrew?
We certainly do. So this is from the Wrestling Observer, and they say whatever health issue / injury that Drew McIntyre is dealing with started prior to last Sunday's WWE WrestleMania 39 match. The update comes courtesy of Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio, who was first reported Friday that McIntyre was going to miss SmackDown due to a health issue. Meltzer said McIntyre worked through the issue last Sunday in a loss to WWE Intercontinental Champion Gunther and Sheamus in a physical three-way title match. It's still unclear how long he'll be out for, or when the issue first occurred. This comes following discussions, obviously, that McIntyre's WWE contract situation, with Meltzer believing that his current deal expires late 2023. I'll get my words out of it.
We knew what you were saying. So it was. We thought it might have been an issue that occurred post-match.
Yeah.
But it turns out that this was something that Drew was suffering from going into WrestleMania, which I think makes that triple threat all the more incredible.
Oh, without a doubt. Like, you're jumping over the top rope, call the police and everything. My goodness gracious me.
If only they had called the police, like Titus O'Neil had said. So we send our best to Drew McIntyre. We don't quite know much in terms of the detail of said injury, but also some interesting discussion there about his contract as well. Dave Meltzer saying in the Wrestling Observer that his contract goes beyond the set date for AEW All In, because there was some conversation that maybe if his contract is due for renewal and they're not meeting on numbers, as we previously reported, that maybe Tony would go, you know, that big sort of Mania moment that you wanted? Come and have it over here.
Over here. I think WWE would be silly not to throw all the money at Drew McIntyre. Like, the person that I feel like really held the company on his shoulders throughout the pandemic era. Never really got to have that WWE Championship moment in front of fans proper. I thought, you know, they'd have been like, you've done so much for us. Here you go. Have all this money.
Here's
Let's
a
keep
bag
you in here.
of money.
Oh, yes.
Have said
money
bag
bags.
of money. I'm going to do this on the fly.
Go on,
instead
fly.
of going there, I'm going to go there. So I'm going to give this one a mention next.
Nice.
Bit of behind the, how the sausage is made there.
Oh.
Because I want to talk about Veer Mahan.
Who doesn't want to talk about Veer Mahan and his coming?
He was coming for ages, and then he eventually came everywhere. And then he came on Raw, then he came on NXT, and then he stopped coming altogether.
Oh my God.
The question is, when will he come again? Veer Mahan has put out a tweet to reassure us that there is still something in the tank. He says, "I'm coming. See you soon." So Veer Mahan may be due another push.
Well, it'll fare after push if he needs to get the rest of it out.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
We haven't seen him since NXT Roadblock, and
No.
it was Indus Sher teaming with Jinder Mahal against the Creed brothers and Bron Breakker. So whether or not we see another solo push for Veer.
Maybe, I don't know. I think maybe stick with the tag team stuff. It feels like he's definitely leaning into the meme of it all now, of the I'm coming sort of thing, and this, that, and the other. He seems like a fantastic, lovely little gentleman. He's quite big,
He is
isn't
a little gentleman.
He's quite big, isn't he?
Did you hear that, Veer? Andrew thinks you're a little gentleman. Andrew versus Veer. WrestleMania 40.
No, thank you.
You think you're special? Let's jump over to AEW. Fightful Select giving us an update on Santana, who has been conspicuous by his absence for quite some time. A lot of this comes from some bad blood between Santana and the company, but Fightful say that Santana, whilst he hasn't been seen in AEW in nearly a year, he is still with the company. He had a private falling out with Ortiz, his longtime tag team partner, and they'd already been teaming with him. The team hadn't been together as often. And then we had the ACL injury to Santana, and it's all gone very quiet since that Blood and Guts match. Now, prior to that, Santana had been very publicly counting down what we assumed was the dates left on his AEW deal.
Yeah, he was putting out the tweets and stuff, wasn't he?
He was ready to go. Fightful inquired several several times within AEW about Santana's status, and it has been confirmed that he is still on the books for AEW. He has been paid through the duration of his injury. Tony Khan is adamant that AEW will pay injured talent, even in this case where clearly there is some disgruntled vibes between the two parties. Obviously, if that's in your contract, that's in your contract. So Tony Khan and AEW paid for over half a year so far of Santana sitting out with his ACL injury. Will he come back and do it again? Well, they could easily play the whole contract thing and say, well, you're contracted to us and you were out for this amount of time, so you owe us this amount of dates. They certainly could. It wouldn't be out of the realms of possibility that if there is really this bad vibe, this bad intention between Santana and AEW, that they just part ways as soon as they can. Yeah,
for sure. I'm really sad that we never got the proud and powerful tag team, the them winning the tag team titles. That's what I wanted to see. I think that it's really sad that we might not even get that.
As it stands, Santana, whilst he hasn't been on TV for a while, is still part of the company. There was another signing that AEW made a little while ago, and we're about to see that pay dividends, aren't we, Andrew?
We are. Nick Wayne became the youngest AEW signing last February. It was confirmed this weekend that it will make his AEW debut on the July 12th AEW Dynamite, days after his 18th birthday.
One thing they always said was like, go and do your college work, go learn skills, and then when you're 18, you can join us proper.
Definitely. His opponent will be Swerve Strickland, who lost the Defy title to Wayne. The series between the two is one apiece, and the rubber match will take place on said Dynamite after Nick turns 18, which is good. I think this is a very good opponent for Nick. Get him on AEW TV, have him have his first AEW TV match with someone that he knows very well and has a history with too.
Absolutely. You mentioned some great pictures and video clips over the weekend of Swerve and Nick Wayne and all the stuff they got going together. And the next time they compete, it'll be on a huge stage. Ooh. Best wishes to Nick Wayne, who is, I think, a guy that could possibly take over the industry if it all goes well.
There's so many talents now as well that are like incredible at such a young age. So to see them finally sort of, because what did they say? Wrestlers don't really come into the stride until 10 or so years into the game.
Until they're
10. 10 or so years into the game. Something like that, like where they've really sort of got a proper grasp for the industry. So like it's really exciting to see the future of wrestling lay in the hands of many of these young talent, and to see where they take it into the future. It's exciting.
So wildly talented, so young. It's sickening.
What was that?
Sickening. We've got an update on Jeff Hardy for you, courtesy of his brother Matt.
Yeah, we do. So speaking on a video for Isaiah Cassidy's YouTube channel, Matt Hardy was asked about Jeff's condition, and Matt said, Jeff just had some eye surgery. His eyes were a little bit offset. It's just probably from wear and tear and beating his body up. They had to work on some ligaments and tendons in one of his eyes, so they corrected that with surgery, and they said probably in 5-6 weeks he should be okay. Matt went on to say, so I'm hoping after that, now that he's kind of putting this whole situation behind him, that we'll see him back around soon. You guys keep your fingers crossed, maybe 6-8 weeks from now, hopefully we can see some Jeff Hardy on AEW.
So possibly a return for Jeff Hardy this side of 2023.
Yeah, definitely. If what Matt's saying, perhaps 6-8 weeks from now, who knows?
It's one of them where it's if it hadn't been so many occasions where Jeff had sort of not burned bridges, but certainly fallen away, that I'd be like, let's give him another go. Let's see how we get on. There's been so many. I get the vibe. There's a lot of people who are kind of ready for Jeff Hardy just to retire and just stay away.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether the Hardys kind of want that. I guess they just want that one, at least one final defining moment as a team.
It felt like that, didn't it? It felt like that earlier on when Jeff came into the company. It felt like a lot of us were talking about this is going to be hopefully like the final big run for the Hardys. They can bow out on their own terms and have a really good final run together as a tag team. And then obviously what happened, and it's really unfortunate. And as you were saying, I think a lot of people are kind of past the point of sort of wanting it almost now.
I know.
Too, which is such a shit. My favourite tag team of all time, the Hardys, and even I'm at the moment like, no.
It's a shame, isn't it?
It is. It really is. It really is. I wish nothing but the best for Jeff, and I hope he's feeling better, and I hope he's doing better too.
If we
But
can
that
go
shit
out with a
sailed for me.
bang and not a whimper.
Yes.
If we can go out with a bang, then we should. But if we don't think we can, then maybe we leave the memories alone, as they say.
Yeah.
And enjoy the Hardys' legacy that was. Speaking of legacy, thank you very much for joining the legends of Cultaholic and Triple Jump as they took part in War Games, presented by WWE 2K23. Andy Jannetty, a fine performance.
My goodness gracious, mate. The twists and turns, if you've not seen the video yet, go and watch it on the channel. There's twists and turns, heel turns, big moments. It's all in that video there. Do you see it there?
That's the one there. What happened when Cult U stepped into the War Games 2-ring cage malarkey against Jumperium? Find out at youtube.com/Cultaholic. This very channel right now. It might even be in one of these videos around here. Maybe not. More wrestling news throughout the day at Cultaholic.com. Keys.
Love you, bye.